What's going on, brothers? It's Mgtow, you know the name. Got a video for you. As you're entitled, Lockout, part 60. Here goes. So, shout out to Brother Jet Black for his most recent video in regards to this silly, idiotic notion of decentering men. You are the real MVP, brother. Shout out to you. Because you're right. You're right. When these trolls, ditch pigs, these ran-throughs jump on social media and talk about how they're decentering men, it's impossible. It's impossible because, for the simple fact that men are the sword, the shield, and the builders of civilization. Without us, civilization crumbles. These trolls will have nothing. They will live in a world without power, without mercy, and they will be easy pickings for the beasts of the field and the very worst of humanity, fill in the blanks. But they got to put this notion out here that they're decentering men because this is their copium. This is pharmaceutical grade copium for them. Brother Jet Black says that it's impossible for them to decenter men, but it's not just that, it's also meaningless. I'm going to say it again. When these ditch pigs, these troughs say they're decentering men, it's meaningless if the men were ignoring these troughs from the get-go. And we know that they're ignoring them because if they weren't ignoring them, then they wouldn't be on TikTok complaining about how these men are not going to these speed dating events. And they wouldn't be trying to find husbands in these grocery stores in affluent neighborhoods. They wouldn't be going to these country clubs, these golf courses to find men. These trolls out here looking like whole idiots. But their copium is that they're decentering men. Nah, these young men and the men that they want are ignoring them. That's what the truth is. And the same goes for these weather-beaten broads and these battle-worn carpets who get online and say things like, there is a male loneliness epidemic. I said, nah, there's actually a female loneliness epidemic. That right there is projection. It's projection. Otherwise, you wouldn't see these 50-year-old former spring chickens on TikTok complaining about how dating sucks. And you wouldn't be seeing them and these femcels complaining about how women in their late 30s, 40s, and 50s feel invisible. But they're decentering men, right? Right? No. See, young men and men worth their salt are locking these trolls out. That's what the truth is. They're being locked out because they're insufferable. The default communication between women and men is insults. These trolls show up with insults and leave with insults. So men have just said, you know what, the hell with this. I'm not going to be disrespected just because of my gender. I'm not going to be disrespected because some troll with a TikTok account doesn't know how to shut up, doesn't know how to communicate like an adult. This all clown shit. And these trolls made it this way. They made it this way. And it didn't happen overnight. It's been a long time coming. Because I had said this was going to happen, I think 8 years ago when I put out Thought Fatigue and the consequences of #MeToo. I said at some point, these young men and these men worth their salt were going to just go for broke. They were going to just step off, enjoy their life, their hobbies, count their money, and just do their own thing. Live life. And these trolls, we fast forward to today, they can't stand it. Because if you're single, if you're a bachelor, it's in their eyes, in their twisted little mind, that's money lost. That's money lost. That's an untapped resource. A good example of this is back in the 2000s, there were these trollops in New York who were complaining that there were men that would graduate from college. They would put their money, they would pull their money, buy a house, and then just live as roommates in that one house. They would play video games together. They would eat together. They would hang out together. It's like the whole frat boy thing times 10. They hated that. And today's no different. These young men are ignoring these trollops, these ditch pigs, and sidestepping these problems. And I have no problem with that. I'm going to say it again. I have no problem with that. If you're 18 years old, you're 20 years old, if you're 18, if you're 20, in your 30s, and you're just enjoying your life, bettering yourself for yourself, keep going. Because these trollops out here have nothing for you. All they bring is headaches and frustration. That's all they bring. And they're telling you that that's all they bring over on TikTok. They try to feed you shit and tell you that it's ice cream. Well, you know that it's body waste. Don't take it. Don't play the game. Decentering men. Ha! You can't decenter what's ignoring you. But these former spring chickens and these battle-worn carpets and these tree stumps, you just don't get it. They don't get it. They become a laughingstock. That's what they are, they're a laughingstock. On one hand, you got these trollops running to TikTok and complaining how they got laid off. You got others complaining how men don't buy them drinks anymore. And you got some of them who are living in their vehicles and trying to convince their audience that it's not so bad. They're gone. They need help, and help's not coming. This is the end result of over half a century of casual misandry, crying wolf, and the default disrespect that they inflict on men on a daily basis. Nobody should have to put up with that. Nobody. Decentering men. These trollops need to decenter their delusion. They need to decenter their delusion and recenter paying off their student loan debt and their credit card debt. It's not going to pay itself off. The Prince Charmings that they long for, they're not going to pay it off neither. But that's their problem, not ours. Life is tough. It's tough when you're stupid. But it's not what I think. How about you, brothers? What are your thoughts on the subject? Leave me right in the comment section. Hit me up. It's not Mgtow. That's all I got for you. Like the bad share in the commentary for you to subscribe. If you're doing this is my channel for a tip jar on my channel. Alright fam, alright brethren, you know drill, you know routine. Go your own way, live your own way. SYSBM. As for these trollops, these ditch pigs, these battle-worn carpets, these tree stumps, and those got a problem, we say it, give them nothing. This has been Mgtow PSA. Welcome, tight. See you soon.